Hello, guides and goddesses. Welcome. I hope all is beautiful. So, as I was getting ready to start the reading, I was hearing and now the name, something James. James Brown. Yes, thank you. Okay. I'm hearing the song specifically. This is a man's world. So this is what I'm hearing, 111. I'm looking at the timer there. So yeah, masculine, you might need to speak about your feelings. You might be in a mood to do so. So be mindful of how you're communicating with others at this time. And when I say being mindful, it's more like talking more than listening. Oh, okay. But is what I'm hearing after that. If you know the song, you know the song. So let's see what's going on with Yeho at this time. Now I hear, I don't know who sings that song. You better be careful what you say to me, because it might turn around on you. I think Sparkle. Okay. You better be careful what you do to me, because somebody's going to do it to you. Okay. Let's see what's going on with you, masculine. Ooh, boy. Masculine, catch yourself, stop yourself, watch yourself. If you are involved in a relationship that is, what I heard is on the skids, it's rocky, it's unsure direction, or y'all fighting or something like that, this is not the time to think or to argue without logic. Somebody may have told you they were going to make some moves, do something. If things keep going this way, you need to believe that. So if your intention isn't to have the outcome they're speaking of you, be aware. What I just heard is be aware of walking love off of a cliff. What the fuck? What are you doing? May be hard to accept about oneself, but the journey to finding oneself can be very chaotic. It can be really chaotic, right? And so the work in a lot of situations is to climb the mountain, right? Get over it, and then get on to the next destination. But there is definitely a wall one of y'all is going through at this time. Maybe this is like realizing, accepting yourself, saying, okay, this is how I participated in shit getting to this point. Take away the moment of like, it's your fault, your fault, your fault, and then look at your participation. And it feels like somebody operating from such an egotistical place, they're not considering that other people have feelings. At least that might be the energy you're projecting, masculine. And this ain't for everybody. This is one of y'all's read, okay? Don't try to make this fit if it don't, but if it does, I'm hoping this will click. Maybe if a stranger is saying it, strange chick with gigantic boobs is saying something, you can listen a little different. I don't know. But it feels like, masculine, if you're even kind of thinking you might be having some rocky experiences with your person, understand you might be acting like you don't give a fuck. They may be seeing it that way. Oh God. Somebody may be thinking that you've gone back to cheating, gone back to your old ways, or gone back with old people you've been fucking with, and therefore scamming them on the time, right? Stealing time. Oh. Harmful matter chosen, though. Oh. Yeah, okay, well, look. All right, so masculine. If you are, look at that. Look who's at the bottom. There is some bad behavior that's got to stop. There's some choices if you don't want to lose your current situation. It feels like you did something you need to fix. It's like saying, okay, all right, I'm just sharing the example that I feel coming through. Something like this. Let's say it's Christmas yesterday, right? And you're like, okay, we're going to spend Christmas together, but then you don't. Or you go somewhere else and you say you're at work, but then you're on like Instagram taking pictures or something. I don't fucking know. It just feels like you have somebody who might have been wanting your attention at home and you did something else. And you seem to be emotionless about whatever else you did. So your person is thinking that you went backwards in time. I mean, let's clarify their energy towards you currently. And it's just to clarify whose person this is. And who, if this is your person, if you want to preserve the connection, definitely don't ignore the considerations, right? Something to consider. So for the person who's going through this, what I just heard was light switch. It's a light switch. The change that's coming will be like a light switch. What's their energy towards the masculine at this time? What is that person's energy towards you, masculine? Ooh. I never heard this song, so I just hear what seems like the chorus. Let's get together, let's stay together. Love one another. And then it blurs. Okay. What's their energy like towards the masculine at this time? They may be trying to get data out of you. They may be trying to get some type of sideways intelligence on what the fuck you're doing, what you did, where you did it. Oh, okay. I'm just telling you what I hear coming through. That dusty, crusty bitch. Masculine, if this is your data, I hear a woman saying that. So that gives me kind of the impression that if your person thinks that you was somewhere else doing something else, they may even know who it is, where you're giving your energy and desire to. And it feels like a crime of passion. There's a lot of sexual, impulsive, I'm doing what I want to do, thinking about themselves, codependency even to, with regards to action. I'm not calling nobody no drug addict or nothing, but sometimes lust is a drug. No, okay, all the time lust can be a drug. I don't know. Let's move on. Okay, but anyway, so look, your partner, your significant other, the one who cares about you the most, they really think you're doing that thing elsewhere. Look, it just keeps all about you. So, okay, masculine. Your person may be kind of like checking out how you are, how your energy is towards them. Are you passionate? Are you being passionate? Do you even care about that? Or is Mr. Happy like non-participant type data? I'm not. I hope you understood that. I'm trying to tap dance around limp, but so just let me tap dance. Golly, okay. So your partner may be noticing, or your significant other may be noticing that you're not. Mr. Happy is not with the fuck shit anymore. It's not. Mr. Happy is like, nah, I'm good. And so they may be trying to get you to take sensual interest in them, or they may be quietly observing the disinterest. So there, it feels to me like the energy of trying to talk about feelings, but it's making them more aware of themselves, for better or for worse. The limp feels like it's mainly in the way you communicate or the way you're messaging with each other, talking. Feels like somebody is opting to be alone or giving off that energy. So while one wants to be alone, the other is way off in their imagination. This is a great time for clear communication, because in the absence of that is guessing. And guessing is like, are you serious? It's like a whole carnival. Like, think about all the rides, colors, things to look at, things to jam your face into, spin you around, slide you up and down, take all your money. And when you're walking through, you don't really know what all's going to happen. But your mind is quite busy with potential. And that's not good. So they're just kind of in ultra hard watching, could be digging through your things type of mode. They may be a bit defensive. They may be speaking to you in riddles, or speaking to you in ways to kind of like see how you're going to respond. They're in testing mode with you. And listen, it's got to, like, it's testing mode before they bail. It's testing mode before they decide on whatever it is, whether it's real or not. They're just going to decide they know what it is and go with what they're feeling. And if you ask this person if they're feeling some kind of way or need to talk, they would say no. That's resentment. That's resentment energy, masculine, be aware. There's a test. And that's my speaker. A little black thing. It's like a little speaker. Can you hear me? Sudden awareness. Wow. Okie dokie, masculine. So this is a test of awareness. Are you paying attention? Are you listening? Are you looking? Are you aware of the differences going on in your significant other? This is resentment. This is someone who's going through so much inner trauma that they've just gone silent. They're withdrawn. They're making things up in their head, jumping to conclusions, emotional reasoning, emotional reasoning. Aries, Capricorn energy, the Emperor and the Devil. Imagine those two. Someone with a temper, someone not patient with the situation, someone over the period of searching for the answer. That, whether it's real or not, again, like I said, it's a very fatalistic energy. It's jealousy, it's envy. And someone may be thinking that you're choosing to bang, 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 bang it out elsewhere, right? Someone may be believing that you're just going after what you want, and they are in a place of need, but resentment for the needs not being met. Very sensitive energy. So if that's your data, you need to be tending to your partner or... Ooh, look like it's at the bottom of the deck. Creation of the mind, reasoning for stalling, group, role play. Somebody thinks you're all the way like cheating, doing your thing. But it's bad focus and you're ignoring it. Something that, it's needing to know your partner and being there for them. Letting them know that even if you are or aren't, but it's tending to all gardens. So if you planted some seeds somewhere, seeds of love, seeds of connection, or seeds of children, and you're not tending to the emotional needs of yourself and the others, you can expect there to be some chaos. So let's get some angel cards. And then I'll do a yes or no, and oh boy, things are just, I'm putting these back, but like the presence of absence. Okay. Selfishness card comes back up. This is expression, the vision, your divinity, and most importantly, time. And I'm not saying those things, what's most important is time. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you have limited time in dealing with the situation before emotion, wavy, watery emotion becomes bricks. Love more, hurt less, stop the distortion, and feel blessed. There's 7. This is a time to, tend to all gardens, even the emotional ones. If this is a close connection we're talking about here, it feels like getting what you need from the outside of the connection. And creating the energy of no trust, which isn't going to help because that comes back around. So there's the energy of lust that you need to stop maybe giving so much energy to for a little while, so that you can focus on those around you who need your emotional attention, support. It's harm control. Some of you may be outsourcing your good vibrations. You understand? Wow, why did a word like that come up? Okay, some of you need to watch the outsourcing of your vibrations when you have love at home. That's something to consider for the new year, because it feels like the seeds of resentment that have already been sown. And so the correction of the path will require patience and a cessation, cessation, a cessation of certain events, a stoppage of bad habits and things that should go in the trash. Masculine, I also hear one of you has a connection with your ex that doesn't need to be there. And it's problematic. It will be problematic as long as you're still entertaining it, because it's in your orbit. You're keeping the past in your orbit. Think about that. And for some of you, the past is staying connected so they can use you, even if they got to lie to you. It's baggage, your baggage. And their baggage too, but you are not like the others, hence the greater levels of awareness. I won't go into full detail on that, but your ass ain't like the others. So you do hear and see differently. You're intuitive. You're an explorer by nature and cosmic design. So you're more, you may be in a connection where you're maybe more open to certain things than your partner. There may be an imbalance on willingness to do new and exciting things. And so there's this energy of maybe with the past, you had to be someone else. You had to be someone other than yourself. You have to be who they wanted. And so now, do you want it to be who you are, or do you want to conform, is what I heard. Whatever it is, time is of the essence. Taurus energy. So there does need to be a stiffening of self, not further down, get your mind out the gutter, but a stiffening of the spine. What do you want? What cycle do you want next? Because no answer is an answer. Standing still is a response, if not to your significant other, it's a response to the universe. So if you stay in one spot, the universe goes, okay, well, we'll just keep what's in your orbit right there. That cycles in money, things don't improve. If you're looking to do great, new, and exciting things, but you don't move your feet, well, I'm not even going to finish that. You will live in your mind filled with wonder, and what could have been. And that's not even getting the lesson, to be fair about that shit, right? It's not really quite the lesson. It's watching other people go by you, though, and achieve their balance. You will be a guide of limited work with others. But you're not like the others, right? Not like the others. And groups of people know that at a time. You're memorable. And you like your pleasure, right? You like good life, good living, good fucking, you like all, I think most people do, right? But there are some people who absolutely are the Grinch. And they're excessive in opposite direction. But I feel like masculine, there's a truth of self you really want to live. And that's growth. And it's hard to grow standing in one spot. So things that you desire will remain our heart's desire. And that can spawn energy that isn't good. It can be spiteful energy for the environment you feel stuck in. Creating, look, oh, whoops, neediness malfunction. Yeah, life's difficulties. And one of those difficulties is you having to be whoever the fuck everybody else wants you to be at any given time of day, if not all day, 5, 6, 7 days a week. Aren't you tired already? I'm just reading and I'm tired. So we get time. Right now it is on your side, but that ain't fucking forever. It's not. It's not, especially if you're still orbiting in rebound energy. And yes, that's my ringer. Shut up. Shut it. I know exactly what you were thinking when you heard that. Yes, that is my ringer. So this is a time when you go through a lot of wasted time building your energy and your ego and finding out who you are. And it's really hard to find out who we are when we are static. It's hard to get more data when you're being static. Loner energy. Look, and there's that block of time. This is an odd picture, but I'm sharing it. I see someone in a wheelchair at the top of a mountain. Like they rolled up there. What the fuck? Cancer energy. All right. So perhaps there were some handicaps in life, things that held you back, people who held you back, altered your time sequence, technically even. Well, you can alter time and catch up, you know. You're going to have to do some quantum leaping a little bit. But, you know, you have to make moves, got to decide. Cancer energy here, but here's your time block. Here's thinking like everybody else, even though the day is new. And other people's authority, giving other people so much reign over your life that they can run roughshod with that shit. It's letting others think for you. Damn. And because you may be experiencing that, you may be moody. You may have like attachment issues with others. You may find yourself sticking to bad energy. You're mad at somebody, you stay mad, can't let go of it. Want to keep staying focused on it. What the fuck? 6 might be also agreeing with that data. And so this creates issues with others because you're stuck. It's like orbiting around exactly the same energy. Why are you expecting things to change? Especially when you're not like the others. What change are you truly expecting to happen? So the first change has to happen in mind. That's the greatest mountain you're going to have to climb this whole lifetime, is the way you think about yourself and how that thought translates into how you behave with others. How much thought you give, right? And you saw this growing up, other people chasing failure, orbiting around failure. And knowing that data, knowing that there's so much data out there to pull yourself out of the quicksand, you have to make that choice. And it starts with the way you see yourself. What do you see in your orbit? Does it belong there? Is it feeling good? Because what's in your orbit is a reflection of you. Unless you're a kid. You're an adult. What's in your orbit is a reflection of you. So if you don't like what's in your orbit, you don't like the people, you don't like the way the house looks today, you can alter that. Free will. Alter the energy. Move it around. You are ready for the next lesson, right? You want something new. You crave that newness. You're ready to start this whole new life cycle, timeline. But you're stuck around energy that you need to protect yourself from. So how the fuck how can what you want get to you if it has to battle through all of these obstacles you have orbiting around yourself? And so some obstacles were created, children, some family you can't help, you take care of, you love those people, but if it invades in forward motion, then it's a high probability it's one of those lessons that you're going to have to learn and then go, maybe I need to step out of this orbit and see what else is over there. Maybe I can learn how to improve that old orbit if I choose to go backwards. But what's in your space? What's the space look like? And if the space requires protection, if the space requires rules and regulations that are not your own, and it's not comfortable, well, that's a part of your awakening. It's not supposed to be comfortable so that you'll move. It's not supposed to be comfortable so you'll realize, I'm tired of this. I want this process to be over with. This is making me crazy. There's got to be other stuff. Right? And all of that energy, all this things blocking the next step, all these things blocking you from the next experience, the one you are trying to manifest. What's blocking that? Or what's sitting on top of it? Sorry? What's crushing it's all crushing your happiness. Yeah, all the stuff. What's in your orbit? So masculine, you have some divine changes knocking on your door. Are you going to open it? It requires a new start. It requires not only climbing the mountain, but crossing over it, going into the new land. Again, the will is free. So you can choose to just look over, climb the mountain, look over the edge, and then go back down. You got choice. For shizzle, my nizzle. You got options, but what you don't have is forever. So divine change can be stressful. We have the 555s here. And in a 555s, it is going to take some energy because you're a high energy guide. You came here to do high energy things. Whoops. So you have to find an outlet for your energy, whether it's a creative outlet, a physical outlet. It's not going to work if you're the plug. Did you get that? You can take your energy and do things with it because they're a part of the lifetime cycle. They're gifts that you need. But you've been given this high energy, higher than most. You look around the world, you can see you got more energy than others. And so that energy is required to jump out of the ditch. Okay, that's that too. And you might need that energy to quantum leap out of the ditch. So you take that energy and you point it towards your art, you point it toward going towards your dreams and making sure the orbit of people around you reflects that desire for growth or achievement. If that desire, check around you. Like, have people settled? What's in your orbit? Are you surrounded by people who have settled? They're comfortable. Life's good. I'm gonna sit in this lazy boy for the next 97.5 years. I'm not sure where that number comes from. I don't know. Looks and whatever. If you are craving motion, make sure what's in your orbit is also in motion. If it's only spinning in a circle like this, it's probably not going to be that great of an experience, right? So there's definitely nothing new in static, even in static rotation. The view probably ain't that good. Think about Earth versus the galaxy, and the galaxy's unknown. If we going someplace, we ain't going that fucking fast. Ain't nothing to see, huh? So, 2023, stop chasing failure. Especially failure in situations you know ain't going nowhere, around people who have decided they're happy with the way things are. And they don't crave movement when you know movement is possible. And you know that because you're a high energy guide. So you did come here to do greater things. The soul might be knocking at the door like, yo, bro, you ready to go, motherfucker? Let's go. Let's make moves. Make sure you are around people who make moves, not plans. 2023. Any other messages? Fucking A, man. The Pretenders. I'm going to let you decide what to do with that. You got free will, right? But with them Pretenders, you can choose. You could choose amongst yourself, right? You could choose yourself. Always that. This is going to sound weird, but if you are ready to move on to the next timeline, new experiences, new faces, new places, you do have to do something about the fake wannabe timeline over here. You've got to do something about that. But you got to make moves in peace out of that. It feels like looking for peace. Sorry, you don't hear my stomach growling. I'm hungry. Sounds like looking for new and exciting things. Exploring worlds, sowing royal oats, possibly. Royal or maybe not so royal, I don't know. But I do feel like the further you get away from old orbits, people who are comfortable not doing anything, the further you get away, the more you'll look back at it and go, what the fuck was I doing? What was it? What was that? The longer you stay, though, the more you melt into that energy and that orbit. So there's your divine vision. Are you choosing blindness or... Oops, sorry about that. I hit the table with my chair. Are you choosing blindness? Or are you choosing the vision? And I don't mean with your eyes. I mean your dreams, your goals, your desires, your wants. Life is, as a great rapper once said, too short. You know? So maybe, I don't know. Got to get a grip on the future. Focus on your haves. Not the have-nots. Because that old orbit stops you from excelling, being the most excellent version of yourself. I feel like, let's say you're a musician. It feels like the energy of having other people around you who want to be a musician too, but you're the best in the group. You're the mostest bestest is what was about to come out of my mouth. You're the mostest bestest. And they know that. So they're happy to keep you static and rotating in a circle. Very happy to have you. Okay? But I feel like the further you get away from that orbit, the more you'll see the sleeping factor that was at play. Others expecting you to hold on for miracles while simultaneously saying goodbye to you. Crabs in a barrel, but learning that other people don't have a problem stepping on your fucking head. And you won't see that while you're in the orbit. You won't see that while you are telling the universe you're still checking out this lesson. So what I just heard was I was next. I don't even know what that means. I was next. Clarify. Do not wait on others to bring you greatness in the year 2023. That's all I'm going to say about that. Do not depend on others to bring you greatness. Especially when the greatness is in you. Boop. Now smack yourself on the back of the head and get back to the world of logic. Let's do your yes or no. Masculine. Focus on your single yes or no question. And I'm going to split the deck 3 ways. Choose which one catches your attention the most. And let's see if your answer is there. Did you select deck 1? The answer is yes. Cheating? Notice how cheating blurs out there once light is on. Anyways, moving on. Did you select deck? Did you select deck 2? The answer is no, and stop obsessing about it. Whatever this is, you may have some of within your question is the components of the wrong idea. Moving on. Did you select deck 3? The answer is yes. What I heard is hold on, I'm coming. That's a song. So get your mind out of the gutter though, for real though. Wrong. Masculine, I hope this message was helpful for you. If it was, please give the video a like, subscribe. Maybe it could be your message in the future if you haven't subscribed yet. And if you decide to subscribe, thank you. Make sure you click that bell so you get all notifications. And that way, you might get a little bit of consideration data. Every now and again, a little double check. A little reminder that you are well. Yes. See you next time.